Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon Drake representing Heartful Foods, and I'm excited you're here today because today we're actually going to talk about the safest or the fastest way and the safest way to increase your energy for good. And it doesn't involve supplements or caffeine. But before we get started, I have a couple questions for you. Do you actually wake up feeling already tired and want to keep hitting the snooze button just to get a few more minutes of sleep? And do you find yourself reaching for sugar or caffeine at various times of the day to get through the day? So you can get your energy back and stop feeling like you've got to hit the snooze button in the morning. And I created this talk because fatigue and low energy is one of the things I hear complaints about most often, both from my clients in my health coaching practice and from friends and family. And I've also experienced it as well, and I'll tell you more about that later. So fatigue seems to be really rampant. And what bothers me more that is that for some reason, we've come to the conclusion that it's normal to be tired, that it's just a side effect of being busy and having a full life or getting old. And I want you to know that if you're struggling with low energy, which I'm assuming some of you are, or you know somebody with fatigue struggles, that it absolutely can change for the better. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. So imagine what could happen if your energy level was stable from the time you woke up to when you went to sleep. And you would be able to handle stress better. You would be able to be more patient with yourself and everyone in your life. You would think more clearly and be able to be more productive. And you'd be able to enjoy your life and have the energy to do the things that you really want to do instead of just quote unquote getting by. Just really think about all that, how all that would mean to you, and think about how much happier you could be. So I just want to let you know that you are definitely in the right place today. So you're in the right place if your lack of energy gets in the way of being truly productive at work, exercising regularly, and preparing simple but healthy meals for yourself and your family. So before I go any further, you might be wondering why I'm here speaking to you about boosting your energy. I really actually do know firsthand what it feels like to be tired and want to feel like yourself again, productive, motivated, full of energy, and really just able to enjoy your work and your family and the things that you are truly important to you. So just to be real brief and quick with it, so when I used to work in the office, I had a corporate job, IT job, and I was actually experiencing a lot of symptoms related to fatigue, but I thought it was attributed to me working so many hours. A lot of times I was working anywhere between 9 to 12, 13 hours a day nonstop. And I figured, once I went on vacation, everything would be fine. But what happens is by stroke of luck, I actually went to the doctor because I always go at least once a year to get my checkup and my blood work done. And I was told by my doctor that I actually had pre-hypertension. And so hypertension, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes runs in my family. So I really basically took action on it. I didn't want it to get any worse than it really is. And I'm still young still. So what I did, I took it upon myself to teach myself how to cook. I read a lot of nutritional books. I really dove deep into nutrition and food preparation. And after spending some time doing that, I realized that, you know what? I feel so much better and I really do like doing this. And also, too, I also wasn't happy with my job. So I figured I put two and two together and I realized, you know what? I'm going to actually um, go into cooking and functional nutrition coaching. So I actually found a holistic nutrition and culinary arts school. And I basically quit my job. I went to school, started all over again, and at the school was great. We basically learned how to cook for people that had certain conditions, whether they had allergies, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, autoimmune issues. So we learned how to actually develop the menus and actually execute and cook those tasty menus for people. And then I went to functional nutrition school to learn more about the nutrition. And basically all the stuff that I learned, I basically applied it to myself and to my ailments. And I was able to actually get a lot better. And I basically use all these concepts that I learned in functional nutrition school and in therapeutic chef school to actually apply and teach those concepts to other people so that they could improve in their energy. So, like I said, I reclaimed my energy, and you know what? It really changed everything to me. And I started using this process with my clients, and they didn't have that afternoon crash anymore. They didn't rely on caffeine and sugar to get through the day. They began waking up without their alarm clock, and they started having extra energy. And obviously, that led me to create what I call the vitality cleanse. And basically, I call it vitality cleanse because vitality means energy and strength. And I help people to restore their energy and strength by teaching them to create a personalized lifestyle for that long-term health success. So what we're going to cover today are the 6 culprits that are robbing your energy, and the food and drinks that are your top energy stealing offenders, and one simple strategy that you could actually implement immediately today to avoid that 3 p.m. crash and binging on sugar. And we're going to also talk about the fastest ways to increase your energy for good. And no, it does not involve any kind of magic potions, any kind of supplements or caffeine. And we're also going to talk about the 5 powerhouse energy boosting foods that you could easily integrate into your diet today. So I'm going to share as much as I can in the time that we have today, and I'm offering a great bonus resource for you as well. It's basically my healthy, delicious energy boosting recipe guide. I know a lot of people, they really need easy ways to incorporate energy boosting foods. And I have you covered with my healthy, delicious energy boosting recipes. This recipe guide really has quick and easy meals that you can make that are filled with energy, with these energy boosting foods so that you could give your body the nourishment it needs to start to increase your energy. And they're normally included in some of my private health coaching programs, but I love to gift you with this recipe guide. And I'll let you know at the end how to get access to this bonus material. So let's go on and talk about what happens when your energy is low. So before my clients work with me, some of their common symptoms and complaints are the following. They wake up and begrudgingly drag themselves out of bed, and they use coffee to make it through the morning. And your body can create its own energy without depending on stimulants like caffeine. So as the day progresses, they find that they get stressed easily and they feel overwhelmed by everything they have to do. And also too, they might lose their patience with their family and they have a hard time getting things done. And all this leads them to feeling down about any number of things in their life. And as they head into the afternoon, their low energy and their down and blue feelings cause them to crave sweets, carbs, and more caffeine to give them that emotional and physical boost. But then eating those foods actually puts them on a roller coaster of energy, which we'll be talking about soon. So they get hungrier and then feel heavier and bloated. And this starts them on a downward spiral of feeling even more fatigued, bad about themselves, and just in a rut. It's basically a continuous cycle of negativity. And I work with my clients to get rid of this unhealthy cycle. So let's talk about the 6 culprits that are robbing your energy and keeping you drained and exhausted. So as a coach, there are 6 major things that I see that keeps clients tired and feeling drained. So let's take a look at those 6 culprits. So consuming foods and drinks that rob your energy. Also, 2 is having unbalanced blood sugar, which is actually related to foods and drinks, and also to your attitude as well. And number 3, compromised adrenal health, and then not exercising or over exercising. And number 5 is gut health issues, such as undiagnosed food sensitivities, such as dysbiosis. Also, too, dysbiosis means you have an imbalance of good and bad gut bacteria. And if you have the more bad than good, then you end up having a lot of unwanted symptoms. And being too stressed out and not getting enough sleep. Sorry about that. So next. So now we don't have time to go into all 6 items today shown in the previous slide, but I'm going to help you with the one that will give you the quickest win and is the most fun to talk about, to be honest with you. And it's to stop consuming foods and drinks that rob your energy. Now, to some people, this might not be fun, but believe me, you'll learn about the foods that will rob your energy. And later I'll be talking about the foods that actually give you energy. So that will be a lot more fun. So let's take a look at the foods and drinks that are your top energy stealing offenders. So at the top of the list is refined carbohydrates. So we hear talk about carbohydrates all the time, but what exactly is a refined carbohydrate? So foods that fall into this category are things like pasta, white bread, crackers, pretzels, most cereals, white rice, and most baked goods, donuts, croissants, bagels. These are basically American staples that are super unhealthy. So why do these foods drain your energy? To understand this, I first need to explain what the word refined means in refined carbohydrates. So refined means that they're not a whole food. They're foods that have been manipulated and stripped of fiber and nutrients. So let's take a look at brown rice versus white rice. So brown rice is a whole grain, otherwise known as a complex carbohydrate. This means that it has not been processed. It still has all its fiber and nutrients intact. You see, whole grains like brown rice have three parts. And let's take a look at those three parts. It's the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. So these three parts contain elements that are important for your body, including antioxidants, B vitamins, fiber, protein, minerals, and healthy fats. Brown rice contains all of these parts, but white rice does not. So all white rice actually started out as brown rice. To make brown rice white, the bran and the germ are removed in the refining process, and you're just left with the endosperm. So this essentially means that most of the fiber and the nutrients have been removed. This is why white rice is a refined carbohydrate, because its fiber and most of its nutrients have been removed. So you might ask yourself, why do they do this? One of the reasons is for shelf stability. It's a sad fact that some manufacturers put their profits ahead of the consumer's health, because if you're able to have white rice stay on the shelf for a longer amount of time, you're able to make more profits because it's not going to go bad. Also, to cosmetics, apparently the pearl white rice apparently is more cosmetically pleasing, so tends to sell better. Also, it's more convenient because it cooks faster. And I don't want anybody to sacrifice their health for convenience. And millions of people do it daily only to pay for it in the long run, meaning deteriorating health as they age. Some of these deteriorating health factors are things like various levels of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and other chronic diseases related to lifestyle choices. So let's talk about why refined carbs deplete you and make you tired. So when your body digests food, it uses nutrients from the food to do important work, like helping to break down the food properly. But when you eat refined carbohydrates like white rice, which have very few nutrients, your body has to utilize stored nutrients in order to process and break down what you just ate. And using up those stored nutrients depletes your energy levels. So eating refined carbs causes that spike and energy crash cycle. This is when you eat a food and get a quick energy boost, followed by an ugly crash of energy about an hour later. Here's why this happens. So because refined grains have been stripped of most of the dietary fiber, they cause your blood sugar to spike, and this drains your body of energy. This happens because your body processes refined carbohydrates very quickly. So when your blood sugar level skyrockets, it feels like an emergency to your body, and your body will do what it needs to get your blood sugar levels back down. So insulin is pumped out, which then causes your blood sugar levels to drop rapidly, because insulin is responsible for making your blood sugar obviously drop. So continually elevated blood sugar can lead to hardening of the blood vessels known as atherosclerosis, therefore increasing your risk of heart attack and or stroke. So have any of you experienced this energy roller coaster, which I refer to of getting that energy high and followed by that crash? And what foods seem to cause this for you? Maybe it's bread, cereal, popcorn, white rice, or pasta. A lot of people don't pay attention. So it's really good to start paying attention to how foods are making you feel. So many of the clients I work with experience strong carb cravings, refined carb cravings to be specific. So when I talk to them about this, they say, I just can't help myself. I don't have enough willpower. My cravings get in the way. I smile when I hear this because there's actually a very easy, simple system that I use with clients to end their carb cravings, refined carb cravings. Clients are amazed at how well the system works, and it actually has nothing to do with willpower or depriving yourself. When you dramatically reduce cravings for refined carbs, everything else becomes a lot easier. And this doesn't have to be accomplished by eating this. And like I said, it doesn't have to be accomplished by depriving yourself. It could be accomplished by making some simple changes to your food choices. So here's a pro tip that I teach my private clients in my Vitality Cleanse program or on my one-on-one coaching. So basically I say to start to upgrade the carbs you're getting. For example, if you're eating pasta salad for lunch, you can upgrade that meal to include a tasty quinoa salad like the one I have in my Healthy Delicious Energy Boosting Recipe Guide. Or the time you go out for maybe like Asian food, ask for brown rice instead of white rice and see if that moderates some of that energy crash effect that you may currently get after a meal. So one of my past clients, her name was Karen. She came to me because she was actually feeling fatigued every afternoon at work. She was exhausted and didn't have the energy to exercise, cook dinner, or just enjoy time with her husband when she got home. So what she realized through our work together is that she'd been eating refined carbohydrates that were disguised as healthy foods. She'd been eating, for example, a bagel for breakfast, maybe a sandwich for lunch, and lots of pasta for dinner. Once she understood that these were refined carbs, she made some swaps for whole grains, otherwise known as complex carbohydrates. And within a couple of weeks, she made it through her day, her actual work day, with stable energy. And not only that, but she found that she enjoyed her work more. She started exercising a few times a week. She lost weight and had more energy for her relationship with her husband. And she felt better about herself. Also, too, her cholesterol even went down. So these were just additional benefits she received when fixing her energy levels by making those simple food modifications. So you can see how having more energy has a significant ripple effect on your whole life and benefits other health markers in your life, like your cholesterol, weight loss, skin, and mood. So the next energy stealing offender is caffeine. So you might think it's actually the opposite, because if you're tired, caffeine will actually get you going. That's because caffeine actually forces your body to pump adrenaline into your body. It's the adrenaline that gives you that energy high. So unfortunately, you pay for that energy later. It's like being broke and getting a cash advance. It's a temporary fix only, and I don't work on making temporary fixes. I work on creating permanent fixes and changes for my clients and educating them so they know what to do moving forward. I really want them to be independent, just like little kids leaving the nest. They're able to fend for themselves and thrive long term, and that is the goal. So, like I said, caffeine actually causes increased fatigue. So here's why. So when you consume caffeine, whether that's caffeine in soda, coffee, or energy drinks, that caffeine blocks the neurotransmitter that causes fatigue. And that neurotransmitter is called adenosine. So the whole time adenosine is being blocked. It's still being produced by your body in the background. So when the caffeine wears off, there is a buildup of that adenosine and you feel a rush of it all at once, making you feel exhausted. And if you like to add sugar to your caffeinated drinks, you're also experiencing the blood sugar crash we talked about when we discussed refined carbohydrates. So your energy crash is worsened by consuming caffeine and sugar together. So a pro tip is to boost your energy by eating those powerhouse energy boosting foods so you don't have to rely on caffeine. So there are 5 powerhouse energy boosting foods that you could easily integrate into your diet today. And easy is important because we're all busy. And if you're struggling with low energy right now, I know that you need simple strategies that will give you a quick fix. So let's take a look at those 5 powerhouse energy boosting foods. Number 1 is green and orange fruits and vegetables. So you might be wondering why green and orange. It's because these provide good amounts of potassium and magnesium, which help with your energy. Also, potassium helps reduce excess sodium in the body, and magnesium also helps relax your blood vessels, therefore reducing the risk of atherosclerosis, which is hardening of the arteries. So that's an additional benefit of the potassium and magnesium. So number 2 is nuts and seeds, which have iron as well as potassium and magnesium, which will also, like I said, boost your energy. And the healthy fats in nuts and seeds will give you steady energy. Your body needs fats for brain function and hormonal function. Number 3 and 4 are beans and whole grains. I also call them legumes because legumes also include lentils and beans. So these are all complex carbohydrates. And as we discussed earlier, they contain fiber and nutrients. So they're broken down slowly by your body, and therefore it gives you that good, stable energy throughout the day. And lastly, number 5 is animal protein, which is also broke down slowly and helps to stabilize your energy and your blood sugar levels. And also, too, if you're a vegetarian and you're able to eat eggs, those are a very great source of protein. If you're vegan and you don't eat animal protein or eggs, that's totally okay. And you could focus more on nuts, seeds, and beans for protein, or legumes, which includes lentils. Also, tofu and my preferred vegan options are miso, which is fermented soy, or tempeh, which is fermented tofu. And fermented basically means the nutrients are more bioavailable, meaning it increases nutrient absorption. Also, too, miso is a very underrated condiment. I use it in my marinades, I use it in my salad dressings, and I use it in some of my Asian-based soups. And I believe I do have health videos in my Vitality Cleanse program with how to cook tempeh and how to use miso and integrate it into tasty recipes. Actually, very tasty recipes. I just remembered one of them. So depending on where you're at with your food, this list might seem intimidating to some, but you may be thinking, okay, so I know what to buy, but I don't know how to make it taste good or make it palatable. Or you might be thinking that you don't have the time to cook these foods or to work them into your meals daily. But the good news is it's actually really easy and simple. And I love showing my clients how it's easy to incorporate these foods into their lifestyle. As clients start to try new foods, this is one of the areas that they really rave about. And it's the most fun part. At first, they think I'm going to make their life a lot more difficult. Instead, I make it easier because I teach them how to simplify their meal planning, shopping, and cooking so they could actually save time and energy. And remember, at the end of the webinar today, I'm going to explain to you how to get my Healthy, Delicious, Energy Boosting Recipe Guide, which will help you easily incorporate these foods into your diet. So a lot of my friends and family, or even potential clients, say, I don't have time, and then I simply respond by saying, well, if you get cancer or heart disease or diabetes, will you have time then to make these fixes? Obviously, they say yes. Then I say, why even get to that unwanted health status? Be proactive now for you and your family and friends. For me, a long, healthy life is what really matters so that you could spend all that quality time with the people you care about without having to worry about your health. That's enough motivation for me and hopefully for you to get started on these beneficial lifestyle modifications. And also, to one of the other quotes I believe in is, if you think wellness is expensive, try sickness. It's not about the weight you lose, but about the life you gain. Those are just some quotes that always ingrained within me. So number 3 energy draining offender is sugar and sugary drinks. So sugar and sugary drinks are also refined carbohydrates. Remember, refined carbohydrates are missing fiber and lacking nutrients. So examples of the following things like sugar that contain sugar are things like candy, cookies, cake, and soda. By the way, a can of soda or Coke, I believe, has 39 grams of sugar, which is literally almost 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's ridiculous. That's Coke. That's 12 ounces. That's 1.5 cups worth of Coke. And if you ever want to do calculations on the amount of sugar in anything that you buy in packaged food, you basically just take the grams and divide it by 4. So as you can see, 39 divided by 4 is roughly 10 teaspoons of sugar. And also too, orange juice. Orange juice, which most people think is healthy, has 24 grams of sugar in 1 cup. That's 24 divided by 4. That's 6 teaspoons of sugar. And the daily recommended allowance for sugar is anywhere between 6 to 9 teaspoons. So if you drink more than 1 cup of orange juice, you're getting well over the allotted amount of recommended dietary allowance of sugar. Okay, so there are also not so obvious items that appear to be healthy, but are often loaded with sugar. Cereals, granola bars, protein bars, fruit and vegetable juices, tomato sauce, ketchup, yogurt, salad dressing, barbecue sauce. And just like with the refined carbs we talked about, these sugar-laden foods cause your blood sugar to spike, giving you that quick boost of energy and then that crash, which drains your body of energy. And additional facts about sugar. So it increases the rate of mineral loss via urine or sweat by 300% post-consumption for up to 12 hours. So there is no amount of supplementation or dietary support to keep up with this mineral loss. And mineral loss leads to premature aging, expediting wrinkles and graying hair. And who here cannot wait to prematurely age? I don't think anybody wants to prematurely age. Also, too, 1 teaspoon of sugar depresses the immune system for up to 5 hours. And in this current environment, we're trying to enhance our immune system. So sugar is doing the opposite. Also, diet and regular soda contain phosphoric acid, which is good because it prevents mold growth. However, phosphoric acid disrupts nutrient absorption, preventing skin and muscles from getting the needed nutrients it needs. This speeds up the aging process, giving you more wrinkles and a weaker frame, meaning weaker bones earlier in life. Also, too, diet soda alters your natural hunger hormone called ghrelin. So, diet soda increases ghrelin production. Basically, when ghrelin production increases, you're more likely to get hungrier, and this can lead to overeating, causing weight gain. So you can see there's many different downsides to over-consuming sugar. And like I said, though, the recommended dietary intake for sugar is 6 teaspoons for females, 9 teaspoons for males. But look, all my clients, I say 6 teaspoons should be the limit on a daily basis if you're going to have sugar. So when you reach for sugar, your body is actually trying to tell you something. It's trying to tell you that it needs a boost of energy. And one of the reasons you need that energy boost is that you're dehydrated. In fact, 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. So lack of water is actually the #1 trigger of daytime fatigue. You see, when you're dehydrated, the blood volume in your body is reduced. Decreased blood volume levels result in lower energy levels, which leads us to our final tip of the day, which I'm sure you know what that tip is. It's to basically consume more water. Basically, I teach my clients in my vitality program to really focus on the water. This is something that you could implement immediately to avoid that 3 p.m. crash and binging on sugar. It's drinking plenty of water. This strategy will not only dramatically boost your energy, but will also improve your metabolism. Most of us know that if we eat sugar and junk food that we feel like crap, right? I described that in my previous PowerPoint slides. Here are some facts that might surprise you that will shed some light on how water could help. So to help you give you further motivation to drink more water, keep in mind that when you're well hydrated, your organs are able to perform more optimally. This allows your metabolism to improve, which means you'll burn more calories more quickly. Even mild dehydration will negatively impact your metabolism. Obviously, water is crucial not just for having good energy, but for overall health. So to get your water in, it doesn't have to be just plain from the tap water. You can make a cup of, or even a whole pot of herbal or decaffeinated tea. This counts as water as well. You can sweeten your tea with stevia, a completely natural calorie-free sweetener. You can make your own healthy lemonade using water, a little lemon juice, and added stevia to it. In a pitcher of water, you could put a slice of fruit in it, like strawberry, blueberries, orange, lemon, or lime. It infuses good flavor within that water. It basically transforms your plain glass of water into something more exciting. That's usually what I do. You could actually put a tea bag in a pitcher of water and let it flavor your water. I like teas like hibiscus and chamomile, but everybody's different, so find the tea that suits you. Also, too, companies continue to masterfully monetize and market water with the latest catchphrase like alkaline. To me, a big waste of money. There's no evidence that water marketed as alkaline is better for your health than just regular filtered water. No science backs that up. Even my herbalist friend said that you can naturally alkalize your water with citrus or with Himalayan salt. So why pay extra for alkaline water when you could just alkalize it on your own with either citrus or Himalayan salt or a combination of both? So the burning question is, how much water do you need? So basically you take your weight divided by 2, and that's the number of ounces you should aim for each day. So for example, if somebody weighs 160 pounds, divided by 2 or divided by half, and that's 80 ounces of water. And 8 ounces is 1 cup. So 80 divided by 8 means 10 cups worth of water that a person at 160 pounds should be consuming. However, water intake needs do vary based on your level of exercise, climate, and other lifestyle factors. But this will give you just a starting point. And don't worry if you don't feel like you need water now. And don't punish yourself or beat yourself up for not meeting those requirements. Just know that you could progressively improve each day. And once you start drinking more water, your thirst mechanism will get a lot stronger. Your body will actually remember that it needs water, and you'll start to crave it more, which will make it easier to drink water because your thirst will be your reminder. And don't worry if you're getting up and using the bathroom a lot, your bladder will get used to drinking more water, so be patient with it in the beginning. So today we focus on foods and drinks that give you energy, but this is just one piece of the puzzle. There are 6 puzzle pieces to address in order to end fatigue and increase your energy for good. So let's take a look at those puzzle pieces. So in my work with my clients, we look at 6 puzzle pieces to end fatigue and increase their energy for good. Again, we didn't have time to go into all of these here today, but I wanted you to know that consuming foods and drinks that give you energy is one of the biggest pieces, and addressing foods first will quickly get you results. But if you're really looking for a long-term sustainable success with boosting your energy, you'll also want to address balancing your blood sugar levels, addressing your adrenal health, giving your body the exercise that's right for it, and tackling your gut health issues such as food sensitivities, which are different from allergies. And you want to find ways to de-stress and get more restful sleep. So those are the 6 puzzle pieces that you need to take in consideration in order to get that long-term stable energy. So have you tried to get more sleep in an attempt to get your energy back on your own, but haven't had the results you want? That's because all 6 of the puzzle pieces generally need to be addressed. So you might need a little expert help and expert strategies. And if you're ready to quickly end your fatigue and jumpstart your energy and ready to transform the way you look and feel in a really healthy way, I want to invite you to an experience where I'll guide you step by step through a self-paced 21-day vitality cleanse program where you basically eat delicious, fulfilling foods that increase your energy. And self-paced means that you start when you are ready. You get all the materials, guides, and handbooks, nutrition and food videos, private group support consolidated in my online teaching platform that is set up in an organized manner so you know what to do each day. You basically log in and you have all the material set up for you in a step-by-step process. So while going through this program, it'll give your body the chance to reboot and allow you to feel rejuvenated and enjoy your life and have the energy to do the things that you really wanted to do instead of just quote unquote getting by. And as a result, you're going to be able to get through your day without needing a caffeine fix because you'll have the delicious recipes and meal ideas that naturally will boost your energy. You are not depriving your body of food. You're simply learning what foods will help fuel your body to reach those optimal energy levels. And like I said, this is not a diet, but a lifestyle that you'll be able to tailor for yourself beyond just the 21-day program. It's valuable health concepts you will learn and apply forever beyond just the 21 days worth of education that you're getting from me. I want my clients to absorb valuable knowledge from the program so that they can apply it to their lives for a sustainable long-term health. That concept alone is what drives me and motivates me to do my job to the fullest. Yes, it is 3 weeks or a 21-day program, but you have 3-month access to it, or 90 days to be specific. 90 days access to my online teaching platform. I am constantly updating it and adding important food and nutrition material because I strive to give you value with detailed content in an organized manner, and I want to equip my clients with knowledge so that they could be self-sufficient in their health journey. So the self-paced vitality cleanse is not just another diet, because in a diet, you find yourself trying to count every calorie you eat, which understandably causes you to become even frustrated and causes you to give up. And at the end of the day, you find yourself hungry and lethargic, otherwise known as hangry, hungry and angry. And the self-paced 21-day vitality cleanse program isn't about starving your body. It's not about fasting or juicing or eating strange foods or taking lots of supplements or depriving yourself. Instead, it's about giving your body exactly what it needs to naturally produce energy. And in this program, you'll also let go of what doesn't serve your body anymore, emotionally and physically, and then you'll reclaim your power. So let's take a look at some of the results that you could expect. So below is a list of the results that past clients have experienced. Feel more energized, clear in mind, and confident. Feel de-stressed no matter what busy environment you live in because you've let go of extra toxins and you're lightening the load on your body. Get rid of brain fog and that 3 p.m. energy crash. Lose an average of 3 to 5 pounds. And say goodbye to cravings, unwanted weight gain, weight loss resistance, and bloating for good. You'll also receive 3 weeks worth of meal plans with over 30 delicious recipes. It usually ranges between 30 to 35. So you won't feel deprived with the amazing menu I have put together for you, and you'll know exactly what to buy and to cook. And all the meal plans and recipes you'll receive were created by me and another whole food chef. We were collaborated together, and we made sure that the recipes met 3 requirements. 1, they were tasty. 2, they were easy to make. And 3, all were actually gave you boosted energy and maximum nutrient density. And if you don't want to follow the meal plans, you can simply follow my documented guidelines to create your own meals. However, most clients love having the meal plan, the shopping list, and the easy recipes, basically. And I try to make this process as easy and seamless as possible by providing detail in my resources, all consolidated in my online teaching platform. So such resources include a guidebook and a daily protocol, so you know exactly what to do. Up to, like I said, up to 30 to 35 recipes, my private support group where I'm answering questions and providing food and nutrition tips, video recordings consisting of food demos and nutritional concept explanations, along with instructions about the program so you know what to do each day and why it's important. And this is all consolidated upon logging into my online teaching platform. And one of the most important concepts is learning a transition lifestyle, which is basically part of the program where you're going to learn how to personalize your lifestyle that is conducive to sustainable and long-term health success. I do not believe in one-size-fits-all diets. That's why this transitional lifestyle at the end of the program is very important, because everybody's going to be different. And because I believe that there's no, like I said, no one-size-fits-all dietary plan. So I want you to actually tailor this lifestyle, but I'm going to give you the tools and the guidance to actually tailor and customize your own lifestyle that's conducive to long-term health. So one of our past clients, Shoshana, before starting this program, she said, before starting this program, I had been sick for a few months and was feeling very depleted. The Vitality program helped me get back on track and to make more of a commitment to take care of myself. As a massage therapist, I heard about a lot of what was being shared in the program, but I wasn't implementing for myself. Going through this program allowed me to feel like myself again. My energy increased, my cravings decreased, and I feel better than I have in months. And then she goes on to say, this program worked well for me because it was not too strict and allowed me to be open to following the program. As a mom and business owner, I also love being able to listen to the video recordings when it was convenient for me. It always makes me feel good that people are experiencing good results, healthy results. So my self-paced online Vitality Cleanse program is $189. This is a 21-day program, which comes out to be $9 a day. Basically, it's an investment cheaper and healthier than taking medications, cheaper than experiencing diabetes or cardiovascular disease or other chronic disorders, and obviously cheaper than surgery. Invest in your health now with a long-term sustainable health solution that is best for you based on all your research. That's the goal of my webinar, to equip you with knowledge to make a decision that is best for you. So the Vitality Cleanse is a self-paced, so you start when you want to. And I've designed this program to give you my support and my step-by-step guidance that will help you stop feeling exhausted and will boost your energy, all while enjoying your food and feeling fully supported by me. You may have had trouble making changes in the past, and I want to show you that this time can be different, especially if you have someone to encourage you, support you, and show you what to do step by step. I don't want anything to get in the way of your success. Plus, it helps that I love what I do. And so for those of you who are ready to quickly dish your fatigue, improve your metabolism, jumpstart your energy, and are ready to transform the way you look and feel in a really healthy way, then for all you action takers, I'm going to sweeten the deal with just a little bit more, because I like providing value to my clients. If you register for my Vitality Cleanse program within 2 days of receiving this webinar, within 2 days, it's usually the end, which is Friday, you'll also receive a time-sensitive bonus. And this time-sensitive bonus is a 30-minute post-cleanse consultation strategy session with me. So this session would normally be $189, but like I said, if you sign up within 2 days of receiving this webinar recording, you'll receive this session as my gift to you. During this 30-minute session, we'll talk about what the right next steps are for you so that you could extend the benefits of the Vitality Cleanse program. This is a chance for you to get one-on-one time with me and get personalized advice to meet your specific needs and your unique physiology. And lastly, I want to give you my gift, which is my recipe ebook. Now, to access this recipe guide, I will email a link to my survey. I will email a link I will email it to you in a survey. So basically, tomorrow morning at exactly 5:30 a.m., you will get an email with a survey. So you click on that link to the survey, answer 8 questions. Once you complete my easy 8-question survey with your honest feedback, I will then email you within 24 hours a copy of my healthy, delicious energy boosting recipe guide. I thank you in advance for completing my 8-question survey because your honest feedback really does help me constantly improve my webinar and my health business in general. Like I said before, you are going to receive that email exactly tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, a recent testimonial I got a few weeks ago, it was in October. So this lady, Lynn, she said, I hope you're well. I have totally embraced the Vitality Cleanse and I'm so glad I signed up for those 21 days. It really has changed my life. So thank you for doing what you do. And then she goes on to ask me if I have any more recipes related to something that she's looking for. And I pass on some information to her because I want to give her that continued support. So it makes me feel good that people are actually succeeding and they're happy and satisfied with the program, that they just log in, they go through all the steps, they get my support through the Facebook group, and everything is explained in my login, basically step by step. So I want to thank you for your time. And remember, the price is $189. If you have any further questions, you can email me or go to my webpage to learn more details about my Vitality Cleanse program. And as you can see, the webpage is very long here, shop.harpofoods.com/pages/cleanse. Don't worry, don't have to remember it. You're going to get an email, so you'll have a link to it so you could read more details exactly of what it entails and what it's all about. So on that same webpage, when you go to that webpage, you can direct message me any questions you have. And for those who just want, you could schedule a one-on-one to learn more about my health services. Just reply back to me in my email and I'll send you a calendar link to reserve, so you can reserve time with me for a free 20-minute consultation via Zoom or phone. As stated previously, I believe in being upfront and transparent, so I want to provide you with as much info as possible so you can make the best informed decision for yourself. I thank you for your time today. My name is Brandon Drake, functional nutrition coach and therapeutic chef at Heartful Foods, where food is medicine. You guys have, and ladies, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.